Brick movie review, quick review of the movie Brick, a German film that's on Netflix. Maybe Netflix has a part in making it. I wasn't expecting that the young girl gets killed, actually. I was expecting, okay, the grandpa died because he couldn't bend down quick enough, the bully got him, okay. But then we find out that Leah, his granddaughter, she dies. She gets fucking killed, actually, and so I wasn't expecting that. That took me by surprise. And then, of course, the couple from earlier, I guess they're like a slow... Well, I don't know. Maybe they're a little younger than them, sort of. They're not too far in age, though. But we know that, at first we thought, okay, he's abusing her. They're drug addicts. Well, not drug addicts, but they use drugs. They drink. They do that kind of, their lifestyle. It kind of matches the aesthetic with the colored hair and stuff, I guess. Like, oh yeah, okay, that's the lifestyle that they're into. But what else happens with this film? With the movie Brick. Anton, I like that Anton. How do you call, what was I thinking in my head? I like that Anton and his girl, like because they're about to break up. She's actually about to leave him, like the breakup's happening. And we know that he had a miscarriage. That's how he deals with it with his video games. When she said, oh, you just went on the computer to play your stupid games. It's like, what do you mean my stupid games? What do you mean my stupid little games, And what she's getting at is like, oh, that's how, like she actually felt abandoned in that moment. And she said that, but there were many chances. Like she said, oh, you always say I'll do this later. And later never comes. But we know that he was just as hurt. Some people grieve in their own way, so that was also a lesson for her to learn, right? Was it like not everybody grieves the same? People grieve differently. But I know we're in. I'm not sure actually what city we're in. I think they mentioned the name of the city that we're in this film. Maybe we're in Berlin. Maybe we're in the capital. Who knows? But what do you call? We learned that this technology company makes that code brick thing. That it's actually like, how do you call, the whole city actually got this. Maybe even parts of the countryside. I think it's just the city though. Got this digital wall coated on all the buildings and stuff, and you can't quite get out. So you can't. You have to use like a special code in order to unlock the brick code thing. It's this whole mess. So basically, that's it. Fuck, you stuck in this bitch. And we're like in this the people they realize, oh, we stay in here, we're gonna die. Theoretically, you're gonna starve to death, and what the fuck you gonna eat? You gotta die, bro. That's it, it's over, it's a done deal. But what was I thinking of in my head with this film? Or they get like into this pink van towards the end of the film. They drive off, but we've learned, because the guy, he's like a police officer guy. He's kind of crazy. You get the vibe that he's a bad person and he's gonna do bad things. And yeah, sure enough, he does. He kills Leah. Like, and he killed the other dude. He killed, I think, the landlord was the other guy that had his arms chopped off. And then his friend, he was a programmer guy. I guess he killed him too, or something. Or maybe he said, oh, he died with the stress of not getting out, something like that. I think he killed him too. If you couldn't break through the floors and the walls of other people's apartments, you basically would not have. And I guess that's all the people that live inside this building, is it? There's not too many people living inside this building, actually. It's at least in this side of the apartment building. If we know the apartment building has scaffolding there, it's currently being worked on, actually, and so. The initial thought is like, oh, okay, maybe it's something to do with like the construction. That's why everything's bricked up and shit. Maybe that's what's happening right now. But no, it's actually, I guess, and they mentioned the film and maybe it's a malfunction of the system or something along those lines, that it wasn't intended to activate and lock everyone in. And because then they hear a radio announcement saying, oh, if you're locked in, but your other people stick together and get to the safety point, where the safety points are. And we see like there's jets flying overhead, and there's helicopters flying around the city. And so this is a whole, the government's aware that this is happening. You can't get singled through these things too. So people that are trapped inside, they don't know what's happening. For all they know, they just, fuck, we're gonna die in this bitch. But I like this movie. I enjoyed watching it. I was sad when the grandfather died and then his granddaughter died. I wasn't expecting it either. And then we learned, yeah, that's why their relationship's on the rock. The miscarriage definitely didn't help, but it seemed like maybe the one partner felt like all the others like ignoring me or something, some shit like that. And the other couple, that it was sad when she basically gets chopped in half. It's gory. This movie is actually pretty gory. She gets sliced in half because the wall starts solidifying and it's gonna close up. And so yeah, it does that, right? It cuts that bitch in half. And I like the scene where they're looking at the security cameras and they can see like, oh yeah, they fucked like 4 times within like an hour or a couple hours or so. I thought that was funny. Like, oh yeah, and the guy said it like, yeah, oh yeah, we fucked like 4 times, by the way. And she's like, can you delete that? Delete it. Oh, thank you. Because why the fuck? And I guess it was the landlord guy that was watching it. I don't know. It's funny. I'm about to get in the highway, so I'm gonna stop the review. But yeah, Brick movie review. Maybe I'll add some more to it. We'll see.